In this session, let us understand why fund flow statements are prepared, or what is fund flow analysis. Let us have a look at this. Why fund flow? We know traditionally these two statements are prepared, that is balance sheet and profit and loss account, that's income statement. This balance sheet would communicate what is the financial position as on a particular date, that is the date of balance sheet. And profit and loss account would communicate what is the book profits that are generated during the year. But the problem is both these statements do not communicate directly as to what is the movement in sources and uses of funds. Okay, in business, funds will be mobilized from various sources and it will be used for various purposes. But what is the movement? How much funds have been mobilized? How much has been utilized during the year? That movement will not be communicated by the financial statement, the traditional financial statement, that's the balance sheet and income statement. So we go for supplementary statement called fund flow statement. This fund flow statement is not a mandatory document. It is not a mandatory statement like income statement or balance sheet, but it is mainly prepared to understand the movement of funds. Let's have a look at this. Why movement in sources and uses of funds are important? If a business carry more long-term funds, if a business is raising more of long-term funds, what is the benefit? It will have better liquidity. When I say liquidity, liquidity means ability to meet your short-term obligations, short-term expenses without any difficulty, and that is possible if a business has more long-term funds. But if a business has more short-term funds, then it is going to affect liquidity. What is the problem here? If a business has more short-term funds, these short-term funds are repayable in short-term period, and your business should keep on be generating resources in short-term period. So if there is going to be a slight mismatch between raising the funds and paying those funds, then it is going to affect the liquidity position of the business. That's why we say if a business has more short-term funds, it is going to affect liquidity. So I'll summarize like this. More long-term funds will improve the long-term stability of the business, but if there is going to be more of short-term funds, then this would affect the stability and solvency of the business, because these funds are repayable in very, very short period. So for this reason, we should understand the nature and say sources and uses of funds with regard to the nature and with regard to the timing. When I say with regard to the timing, the funds should be classified like this, that is long-term funds and short-term funds, because only the business which has more of long-term funds will be able to carry out their operations peacefully. Okay, the business which are carrying lots of short-term funds are always under the liquidity pressure. Okay, so from that context as well, analyzing the fund flow movements become very, very critical.